Stop press. Courts must avoid omnibus orders against publication without actual risk of prejudice. So courts must avoid omnibus orders means they should stop giving omnibus orders. Omnibus orders means for suppose it is a single order which contains many things. So courts should avoid such type of orders against publication without actual risk of prejudice. Prejudice means to say something before even seeing it or before even examining it. So courts must avoid such orders when there is no risk of prejudice. A blanket gag order against the media is often fraught with serious consequences for both free speech and a citizen's right to receive information. Blanket gag order against the media is often fraught with serious consequences. Means so these orders which the court is giving is actually to the media, and most of the times in these situations, um, it has some consequences which are is often fraught with serious consequences. Fraud means it most of the time brings up some serious consequences for both free speech and citizens' right to receive information. So it brings serious consequences to two things: the free speech and also to the citizens' right to speak freely. Orders by different courts restraining the media from reporting on particular cases or programs from being telecast have drawn attention this week to questions of the prior restraint, media freedom, and the rights of the people facing the investigation to a fair trial. So these orders which are given by these orders are not just given by one court. It's not given by Supreme Court. They are given by various courts. These omnibus orders. Um, Orders by different courts restraining the media from reporting on particular case or okay. So the courts are giving some orders which are stopping media from publishing some news on its channel, or from it's stopping, or it's not letting them to telecast some particular programs. Have drawn attention to this week questions for the prior restraint, media freedom, and the pride traffic. So, as that is happening now, everyone is thinking that everyone was attracted to the reason why the courts are doing that. So, so why everyone's attention was drawn to that reason. A quite unusual and legally questionable decision has been the interim order of the Andhra Pradesh High Court imposing a ban on the media and even social media from mentioning anything in relation to an FIR filed by the police against the former Advocate General of the state and the others. A quite unusual and legally questionable decision has been the interim order of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. Has been on the interim. So now everyone is questioning the order of the Andhra Pradesh High Court. So that question is actually it's unusual and it's also legal, and which means that asking that question is not wrong, it is right, and it is not also and also it is not a usual question. It is an unusual and a legal question against the order of the High Court of Andhra Pradesh. Questionable decision has been on the interim order of the Andhra Pradesh High Court imposing a ban on the media. So the order of the Andhra Pradesh High Court was to the order was to ban the media. Ban the media temporarily, because they use the word here interim, which means temporarily. So they ordered that all the media should be banned interim, even the social media should be banned from making any comment on that case. On one case, we'll talk about it. On one case, so the people are questioning now. The people are now questioning against that order. So their questions are not actually illegal. They are legal, means they are correct, and they are also unusual. Against the in relation to an FIR filed by the police against a former Advocate General. So this order was against. The order was that the media should not do such type of things, which is related to the case. This case is that a police has reported an FIR of an Advocate General of the state of Andhra Pradesh. It is unusual in the sense that there appears to be no material to justify such censorship other than an allegation by the petitioner that is a foisted case. So there is no such reason to do that. What the court has done, there is no reason to do that, unless if the petitioner means the person who reported the case, in this case is police. So unless that petitioner said that has told the court to do so. Foisted means to say something to someone with force, forcefully say something. It is also accompanied by an order staying the investigation itself. It indeed opened to a high court to grant a stay on the investigation in extraordinary cases. So it is actually up to the high court whether it can give permission to an investigation in any case, even in such types of extraordinary cases where everything is very complicated. The High Court has the right to say whether it wants the investigation to continue or it does not want. It's in the hands of the High Court. When political vendetta is alleged against the government of the day, that too by someone who had served a previous regime as a law officer, the need for media coverage and public scrutiny is all the greater. So when political vendetta is alleged against the government of the day, political vendetta means an argument against the same group, argument within the same group, and political vendetta means it usually means that an argument between the same political party, within the same political party, is alleged against the government. So some people have alleged that, means they said or they claimed, they told that some arguments have been happening inside the government itself, that too by someone who had served a previous regime as a law officer. So this was told by someone who has so if this was told by someone who has served as a previous law officer, then the media coverage and the public scrutiny is all the greater. Then the need for media coverage means, at this case, media coverage is all the greater. Means media entirely, like, it falls on the case and it asks everyone what happened, why happened, what did he do this, how did that happen. So media asks like that, and the public scrutiny is all the greater. Means even the people ask questions, not only the media. Scrutiny means to examine. So even the public people like us, even they examine more about the situation. How the petitioner would benefit from the complete absence of any reportage is unclear. So the court has actually stopped all the media from reporting anything, right? So in that case, the petitioner does not have much benefits. He just filed an FIR, but the court has actually stopped the investigations and the media coverage. So he has some very little benefit. It prevents legitimate comment even to the effect that there is no substance in these allegations. So the allegation which the petitioner had made, it actually does not seem true, or it actually does not seem true enough to do the thing what the courts has just done. So what did the courts do? all the courts have they have passed an omnibus order. So there is no, actually it is not needed to do so, but it did. Injunctions against publication can either be an order to prevent possible defamation or invasion of privacy, or on one aimed at protecting the fairness of a trial or investigation. So injunctions against publications. Um, Injunction means orders against publication, means the orders which are which say that publication should be stopped, can either be an order to prevent possible defamation. So they can possibly, we can assume that the courts have released those orders so that one's reputation doesn't get spoiled, or one or invasion of privacy, or one's privacy does not get invaded, means one doesn't get to destroy or spoil the privacy or another person, or one aimed at protecting the fairness of a trial or investigation. So, and also these are the two reasons, and the third reason is that, so if court did not give such order, a person who is leading the investigation, even he might get defamed. So because of that, the court has passed those orders. The Supreme Court did hold in Shastra versus SEBI that court can grant preventive relief on a balancing of the right to a free trial and a free pass. The court can grant a preventive relief. Preventive relief means, for example, there's a person who's about to say something. If the person does or says that, another person gets a disadvantage from that. So in this case, he can go to the court and say that, if he does that, I will get a disadvantage. Then the court will immediately stop him if the problem of the other person is really serious. So that is known as preventive relief. So the court has the power to do that, because it has to ensure it has to ensure the privacy of the person, and also it has to ensure the privacy of the person. However, it favored such temporary restraint on publication only in case of real and substantial risk of prejudice to the administration of justice or a fair trial. So the Supreme Court has that power, but in this case, it is only giving temporary restraints. Means it is temporarily stopping the media from doing different telecasts on publications only in case of real and substantial risk of prejudice. So it is stopping the media only in these cases. In the case of real and substantial risk of prejudice, means if there is really a serious risk, if there is really a serious risk to prejudice, then the courts will do so. The courts will stop the media from publications. Prejudice means to, as I said, it's to say something or to predict something without even examining it. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court on the same day passed a more important interim order, stopping the telecast of the remaining episodes of a series on Sudarshan News on entirely different grounds. So this is about the High Court, which we read until now in the first paragraph. So if we talk about the Supreme Court, on the same day on which the High Court of the Andhra Pradesh has passed the omnibus orders, on that same day, even the Supreme Court passed some orders which had stopped some programs and some telecasts on the Sudarshan News channel on different grounds. Means the level at which the High Court stopped the publications of media and the level at which the Supreme Court stopped the publications of information on Sudarshan channel is very different. Means we may assume that Supreme Court has done it more strictly or something like that. holding that the program 4 episodes were aired was nothing but vilification of Muslims. The court found it necessary to interdict the telecast of more episodes. So before the Supreme Court has actually stopped those episodes, it actually the Sudarshan News channel has actually produced 4 episodes already of that particular type of case. So the Supreme Court has actually watched those episodes, and all of those were nothing but vilification of Muslims. Means in all of those cases, they just reduced the level of Muslims. They have said something negative about them, and that's not right. Right. So the Supreme Court has stopped the remaining episodes also. The court seems to have made a distinction between freedom of expression and propagation of hate. So what actually happened in that channel was propagation of it. So the court says that there is a difference between expression of it and propagation of it. So if, for example, if a person hates another person, he can express it. He can express it. That maybe is right, but he should not propagate it. Means he should not say that to that person. He should keep that. He should keep that within himself. He should not say to everyone. In recent years, there have been quite few instances, especially in Karnataka, of omnibus interim injunctions against all media houses obtained by some people solely to prevent any news reporting about themselves. So, these situations have happened many times. In Karnataka, omnibus orders have been passed many times against the media publications. Solely to prevent any news reporting about themselves. Solely means only, or it means only. So the the courts have passed that order from media publications only because media were saying about themselves. So only because of that, the court had stopped their publications. While claiming to be defamed by one publication, they sue all the media outlets and obtain open-ended stay on publications, including those that are hardly interested in writing about them. So, if for example, there is one channel, and that one channel told something wrong or told something inappropriate, so because of that one channel, the courts would ban all the other channels. So that's what they gave here. As a matter of principle, courts ought to avoid omnibus orders against publication. So what the courts should actually do is that they should avoid omnibus orders against publication. They should not do what they have done. What they have done is that they have passed omnibus orders which are against the publication of media, which stopped the publication of media. So the courts should not do that. Such orders are often to the detriment of the right to know. Such orders are actually to the detriment of the right to know. If media stops doing the telecast of such things, we can know what is going on, right? So the courts should not do that. Detriment means it can damage to the right to know. So as I said, if courts stop the media publications, we can't know what's going on. So they should not do it. Thank you.